Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emma and I make art videos, and today I'm working on this mixed media portrait. The paper that I'm using is the Canson illustration paper, and then I'm using coloured pencils, watercolour, ink and a white paint pen to create this piece. So as you can see, I'm starting by sketching my drawing with some coloured pencil. I kind of wanted to try this instead of using lead pencil, just because lead pencil gets really muddy and stuff when you add water. So I thought I'll try the coloured pencil, even though it doesn't erase as well as lead pencil. But I was pretty confident with my drawing to begin with anyway, so yeah. And then to try something different, I thought I would do the watercolour part first instead of inking first. Usually I would ink, my drawing and then I'd colour, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it this way, and I didn't find it was a whole lot different. I think either way works well. I do like adding the watercolour first because, I don't know, you can kind of really focus on the watercolour with the faint lines and not worry too much about going out of the lines, I guess. But yeah, no, it was fun and I was quite happy with how the shading on the face went with this one. As you can see, I'm using like a tissue to kind of pick up a lot of the water, because a lot of the time I would put water down and then there was way too much water and it would have taken like forever to dry. So I'd pick it back up with the tissue, and then I had a more kind of faded look. And here I'm using I think it's a Copic multi-liner. Let me have a look. Yeah, it's the Copic multi-liner black and the size is 0.05. And I use that one just for like the really fine detail. And then here I'm using the Pentel brush pen. This thing is great. I know lots of YouTubers use it, lots of artists use it. So I highly recommend that if you like inking. And you'll probably notice that this piece changes a fair bit throughout the video. That's because I started it and then I wasn't really that happy with it, so I kind of didn't work on it for a couple of days, and then decided to come back to it and give it another go, because I was almost going to just give up on it and stop, but then I was like, no, just keep working on it and see if you can change it into something that you like. And I'm glad I did, because I really do like how it turns out. And I think this is a good example for pieces like that. So, sometimes it won't always work out. Sometimes, you'll keep working on something and it's just no good. But a lot of the time, I think if you keep working at it, it will be okay. And yeah, so you'll see this piece changes a fair bit, and I think the main reason I didn't like it is because of the hat. I just didn't like the shape, and I don't know, it just wasn't working. So as you'll see here, I end up filling in the background all in black, and I'm so glad I did, because I think it looks so much better. And I also don't think I was a huge fan of the purple. However, I did really like the stray hairs that I did on the sides, but they had to go, otherwise it looked a bit funny. So yeah, anyway, filling in the background was quite a big risk, I think, just because you can't really go back from that, but I'm so glad I did it because I think it looks so much better. And as you can see here, I'm adding some coloured pencil over the watercolour, and I've used this technique quite a few times beforehand, and I just think it adds a lot more dimension. You can kind of add more colour more quickly, and I think it's just easier than layering more watercolour, and I mean, I get impatient with the watercolour anyway, so yeah. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget that you can now buy prints of this piece over in my shop, which is emmaxmaree.com/shop, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, thank you for watching and I'll see you all next time. yeah, I'll just go into more detail about how I film. So this here is my camera and my tripod. The tripod is a Manfrotto tripod. I don't know which one it's called.